Hi folks, this is Gord from Two Olde Dawgs, Canada's local gardener magazine. Glad to be seeing you all again. Today is a nice brisk morning here in Winnipeg, and we are about to put together a metal storage shed. Previously on this spot stood a goofy person, and we are wishing him off the set. Needless to say, here it used to be a storage container that wasn't very secure and not very good at keeping our things safe and dry. So the owner decided they wanted to do a metal shed. So we are now doing a metal shed. One of the things that's most important about when you build one of these projects is definitely have a look at the instructions and kind of read through them first, so you got a sense of where you're starting and where you're going to finish up. In this case, we have about 160 pieces of metal to make the shed. On top of that, we have over 600 screws and bolts to put together, so this is not something that's just going to happen right away. But it is important to do it in a way that will keep things in order. So what we've done in order to do that is to stack all of our pieces and break them up into the individual sets so we can find things easily. Otherwise, digging through this pile of metal to find the pieces as you go through the process could end up taking a lot longer. So we've sorted it all out and we're now ready to get going. My friend, the other old dog, is going to help me, and we're going to put this together slowly but surely. As I advised, reading the instructions might be helpful. We have come across a little bit of a situation. The situation is that right now we've discovered that this shed is actually a 10-foot by 8-foot shed, but we had asked for an 8 by 6-foot shed. And what we have is a deck perfectly built to accept a 6 by 8 shed, and we were about to put this together and we have a much larger shed that will not fit in this space at all. So at this point we're taking a little break to decide how we're going to figure this situation out. And from the Two Olde Dawgs, who are getting older every day, we're going to review and we'll get back to it. We're back at it again after a slight confusion in sizing of sheds. We have adjusted the deck to accommodate a 7-foot by 7-foot shed, now in plastic, which is a much easier build. There's only about 40 pieces of sections to put together compared to over 160, and it shouldn't take too long to put together. Once again, read your directions first and then follow them, and away we go. We've put the floor plate down, and we're now about to put the side walls, the back wall on, and then the front walls, and of course followed by the roof and all other little bits. So off we go. Where's the blade? Stepped forward a couple of hours, let's say it's the next day, as we ended up changing over to this model of shed. We did have to adjust the floor plate of the floor plate to accommodate the building, and then as we started to put it together, of course, it got dark and started to rain. So we progressed into the night a little bit, building under light, but we couldn't film. So what we've got now is a completed almost completed except for the doors. 7x7 shed that's going to store tools and other things. So we're going to finish this off, and we'll be with you in a few minutes. Well, we seem to have somewhat fixed the door adjustment, and it's now working properly. The shed is complete, and if anybody's interested, from our Canadian Local Gardener magazine website and or magazine, what you have here is manufactured by the company Rubbermaid, and it's a 7x7 garden shed. And after putting it together, I mean, there's always the little quirks about getting things right, but apart from that, it is relatively simple compared to the complexity of some of the other sheds available that are manufactured in metal. And we also found the edges on those metal ones to be pretty sharp, so do be careful if you are putting together a metal shed. But anyway, from Canada's Local Gardener magazine, we thank you for participating in this little do-it-yourself effort. Bye for now.